The valedictorians will now share some brief remarks. First, Ms. Vogele. Jessica completed her undergraduate studies at Stony Brook University. She served as the constitutional law editor of the Truro Law Review and published 4 articles, 2 in the Truro Law Review, 1 in the New York Zoning Law and Practice Report, and 1 in the Suffolk Lawyer. In addition, she gave 2 presentations with Provost Patty Sulkin on the Compassionate Care Act. Jessica also served as a teaching assistant, a research assistant, a writing coach, a judicial extern. What else? This fall, Jessica will be starting her legal career as a judicial law clerk at New York State's highest court, the Court of Appeals. Jessica.
Thank you, Dean Ballin, and thank you, Dr. Kadish, Provost Salkin, distinguished faculty, and honored guests. First, let me congratulate the class of 2017. We finally made it. Today is our day of celebration. Graduating law school is no small feat, and we should all be very proud of ourselves today. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about what makes Truro special, not only to me, but I think to most people in this auditorium today. I know some of you must be thinking, oh, she's probably going to be talking about how there's great externship opportunities because we're right across the street from the courthouses, that it offers classes that help build practical skills. But today, I am not. While all of these are great attributes and are definitely reasons why people chose to come here, I believe that the true answer to what makes Truro a very special place is us, the student body. I always think back to my very first day at orientation, when one of the professors said that the most important thing that law school teaches you is how to think like a lawyer. Once you learn, you will never think the same way again. And honestly, it is true that you do think differently after law school. But I don't agree that that is the most important thing that I have learned. At this school, I have met the kindest, most generous, most earnest group of people in my life. They're standing right before me. And I do really mean that. Despite all of our adversities, despite our setbacks, despite everyone in our lives telling us no, we have persevered through it all and have remained kind and dedicated to our purpose. Any school can teach you the black letter law and analytical skills, but just because you know the law does not mean you will be a great lawyer. It's only one step along the road. It's been said that the legal profession is a people profession, and I do truly believe that. To be a great lawyer, you need to put on many different hats, communicate with many different types of people every day. Clients, attorneys, judges, banks, doctors, accountants, just to name a few. You need to know how to cooperate well with others because many cases require a team of lawyers, not just 1 or 2. And not everything is a fight, and not everything is a game to be won. And receiving good grades on written tests does not prepare you for this crucial part of being an attorney. What has prepared me is my connection with the student body here. I know everyone in this room today will agree that we are a class that values cooperation over cutthroat competition. We raise each other up instead of tearing each other down. We have shared notes with one another. We have studied together. We have raised our voices together when there's a problem with a test or a class or with a professor, as we all know. But we are not just classmates and we're not just colleagues, but we are friends who value and respect one another. And since the legal profession is a people profession, I think this cooperation and this teamwork were a vital thing, the most important thing that all of us here have learned and makes us more valuable in the legal community. Here's one example from my own personal experiences. In my 1L year, a few days before my oral arguments for Legal Process 2, my grandpa, my papi, passed away. And I wish he could have been with me today. When he died, and I went to his wake and funeral, it was during one of the busiest and most stressful weeks of my 1L year. Nevertheless, my classmates and my friends at Truro, who I just made that year, came to Poppy's wake to support me and my family. And despite their own busy and stressful schedules, despite their lack of money, they took the time to be with me and my family, and I will never forget their compassion. And everyone whom I've met at Toro is like that. If we take that same kind of level of kindness and that compassion and that earnestness to our cases in practice, this raising each other up attitude, there's really nothing that we can't do. And I expect that each and every graduate who walks out of these doors today and passes the bar will do incredible things with the law license that is granted to them, because that is who a Toro graduate is. And on behalf of the class, I would like to thank the professors for all their help these past few years. I know many of us have gotten very close with our professors, and they've become more than teachers, but also mentors and friends. We will all miss you greatly. And now I have some very, very quick personal thank yous. First, I'd like to thank all my friends at Toro, you know who you are, for making this incredibly difficult journey more bearable. I couldn't have done it without you. Second, I would like to thank my family and friends who are here today. I don't have time to thank you all individually, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my mom and my stepdad, Tony, for encouraging me, supporting me, and for always believing I could succeed, even when sometimes I felt like I could not. And also, most importantly, for making sure I ate actual food these past 3 years. Third, I'd like to also thank my dad, who called me every week just to see how I was and to tell me how proud he is of me. It's helped me more than you'll ever know, Dad. Fourth, I'd like to thank my sister, Valerie, for her words of encouragement, especially all the time she saw me studying late at night and yelled at me to go to sleep, and I definitely needed that. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my fiance and my best friend, Billy, for always being my sunshine in the darkness, who's been there for me and supported me for the last 6 years, and who's always reminding me to not take life so seriously all the time. I don't know if I could have made it here without you, and with all the joy and the smiles that you have brought me. Thank you, and I love you very much. Many of us owe a lot of family and friends who have supported us throughout law school. Make sure you celebrate with them tonight. And to the class of 2017, this may be the last time we are all in the same room together at the same time, but I know we'll see each other again in practice and many other events. The Toro community is bigger than you think, and you are always among friends. Congratulations again, we made it.